Mheshimiwa bwana.
Nitakubaka kama ufungi viatu.
Nani wewe jamaa viga wewe mwisho viga kwa. Oya.
Wewe nini?
Mbona sio ya bodi hapa? Ni David Mera. Naomba shule nyoko lo hakota. Nyayo ndio leo najua ina chance. Kuku. Ya teshawi.
Bana mume acha kuongea hata kuzungumzia ile.
Mume.
Hawajaliwa ni taifa.
Nataka nichukue nafasi kwanza kukashifu ile statement ambayo Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga alitoa akiwa kule katika Siaya, katika ile matanga ya the bodyguard wake. Ilikuwa ni ya kushangaza sana ya kwamba Raila ambaye anaongelea mambo ya kudevolve pesa irudi kutoka Nairobi ikuje chini katika mwananchi, yeye leo hii ndio anapinga. Kwa sababu tunajiuliza, anasema ya kwamba pesa zikuje katika counties, which is okay, we are not refusing it. Tumeona juzi amesema ya kwamba anataka kera iondolewi, CDF. Na sisi tukisema CDF is only meant to coordinate the national government functions ambazo they are still with the national government. Tunajua mashule, tunajua mambo ya security and among other things. And these things are not directly linked to the members of parliament, but at the constituency level, so that the services can reach to the common mwananchi. Ile hali yeye ataki CDF. Anasema wale ata governors, they are elected by the people and they are responsible to the people. Na mimi nataka nimuulize, CDF has been able to impact, like in my constituency, building the KMTCs, building the TTIs, building the primary schools, the chiefs and assistant officers, the DCCs offices, the ACCs offices, among other functions that are there. Na mimi najiuliza kwamba hii tukitoa hapa, mna expect hii nani afanye hii kazi? Ndio leo nataka nilaani hiyo statement ambayo amesema. Inaonyesha kwamba anasema hii pesa yote, na akasema pia ya kwamba secondary schools pia siende katika counties, atikuwe delegated and iende katika counties. Hii ni ya kushangaza sana, kwa sababu ukiangalia counties peke yake zimeshindwa hata kuaddress the ECD classrooms. For the last 13 years, since the inception of the county governments are unable to manage the nursery schools. Ukiingia katika hizi mashule za primary schools, hawana shule class yoyote ambayo imejengwa na pesa ya county government. Unajiuliza, if one classroom ya nursery kids for only 48, maybe 50 schools in a constituency or in a sub-county, they are unable to do it, how will they be able to manage the entire education system of this country? Hii inaonyesha kwamba Raila ni mnafiki ambaye afikiri. Ukiangalia hii maneno ya county polytechnics, they are under the county governments. But ukiangalia the county governments, the county polytechnics are collapsing today. They are not remitting the monies to do with the capitation, because the capitation ought to come from the county governments. They are not harmonizing, sensitizing, so that they can create and bring youth together and make sure that the youth are having skills ambazo zinaweza wapeleka the counties forward. But right now, the county polytechnics are not functioning at all. And when you want to entrust them with TVETs, you want to entrust them with the KMTCs, because all these things are being done by the whatever. He has not told us. Mambo ya anasema, mambo ya pesa kuwe devolved. Kama kera is the offices, they have devolved their offices to 290 constituencies. Which means that if CDA, kera have been devolved, up to every sub-county has an office that is running the affairs of Kera. And they are monitoring every roads that are being done. Today, we are in the rainy season. Most of things have stalled. Just because Raila is trying to politicize this matter. And because we know his tricks, so that governors can have more money, so that he can be part and parcel of eating those money with those governors. Because they are the ones who entertain his nonsense by sponsoring his meetings and everything. That's why he wants money to go there. But he doesn't ask the people, he doesn't ask them to also account for the monies that they receive. Sijawahi sikiza ama sikia Raila siku moja akiuliza gavana wa Busia, gavana wa Siaya, gavana wa Kisumu, gavana wa Mabei, gavana wa Kakamega na wale wote hao wanatumia jinsi wanavyotumia pesa zao, na wakiona kwamba this is the achievement that they have done. Ukiangalia even in the counties that he runs as the ODM, their healthcare system has failed. The healthcare system has failed. There are no drugs in the hospital. The hospitals are not being constructed, and everything has stalled. And you are not even asking them. Yet the healthcare system has been devolved. Atola has been devolved 100%. Na wewe unataka kutuambia ya kwamba mbona wasifanya hali ambayo agriculture is still not doing. Ukiuliza their governors, what are they doing with their agriculture? Being that it has been devolved, like 80% of it has been devolved. Nothing, doing totally nothing. So, ndio tunataka kusema kwambia Raila ya kwamba heshimu wa Kenya. You have been using Kenyans for a very long time by the fake promises, fake gimmicks. And today we want to tell you that you have to stop politicizing and using the courts to frustrate CDF, using the courts and through the Council of Governors to stop the release, the implementation of Kera, the CDF and everything. So, which means that you are the Lord of Poverty, who doesn't want to see progress in this country. We as the young leaders of Western Kenya, we want to stand here and tell you that we are no longer going to follow you. We are not going to follow you. You are not going to follow your instructions. You are not going to follow your policies, because you want to bring people backwards instead of pushing people forward. Wewe mwenyewe umesema ya kwamba uko katika broad-based government. You have failed to address mambo na SHA by using your parliamentary operators to address issues in the parliament. Yet you want to talk about CDF. You cannot talk about NHIF that was serving the people very well. Wewe umekuwa pale, umeona the implementation of the SHA has taken almost 3 years, has not been implemented. And yet they are still promising us that the SHA is going to work. Instead of you addressing those issues, instead of you addressing the issues of accountability and transparency in the affordable housing program, how is it being? For those who are not everything that about the whole process, you are not addressing it. You want to talk about the CDF. You want to talk about Kera. You want to talk about collapsing the institution the way you have collapsed through your proxy, your brother. You have collapsed NHIF. We are not going to allow. And we want to tell you that you are just a normal person in this country. You go bring the bill in the house. I will make sure that we are going to flop it, because the Kera has been set aside by an act of parliament, and that an act of parliament has to go through that to be deleted from the constitution, has to go through the process. The way it, and we are watching as members of parliament. I think I've talked to you, friend. And I think kitu ambayo nitaweza kusema kwamba since now Raila is in broad-based government, he should not use that chance to frustrate the Kenyans at all. Because the things that he's doing to try and use governors, council of governors, to stop the release of the maintenance money for roads is going to stall everything. We are not going even to go to the parliament. We are going to stop even the entire process and see even where they are revenue sharing, the revenue or the budget, the approval of the county governments, where it's going to go through. Because we have the ways, and no MP will accept the CDF to go. No MP will accept, because we know even to get the little services from the counties, it has been a very big problem, and we cannot accept to go that route. So we want to tell him that him being closer to William Ruto, that he wants to use his ways to bring confusion in this country, in the running of the systems of this country, is going to backfire. Because as with the MPs, even the MPs of Nyanza are going to reject him, because he has touched where, at the heart of the people. He should go around and ask people, do they need CDF? Do they need Kera to exist? Do they need Kura? Kura is for and Kura has done so amazing. We just need to support them, because they are able to account for every shilling. What is it that is so interested in these county governments that we don't understand, and yet he's not telling people, and even telling his governors to be accountable of the resources that they receive? So we must get to know, and Raila should be investigated for this reason. There must be something that is hiding behind. Yeah.
I want to know.
And I think this is where he gets it wrong. Because if this money, like for example, the money of Kera comes from all the way from Nairobi and be distributed across the 290, which means that even the county is above, which means that it has been devolved down deeper than even the counties. So it means that he has even failed to understand the concept. Like for example, the CDF, the money comes from all the way from the national government, all the way, direct from the exchequer to the ground, to the at the sub-county level. So now again he wants to bring to centralize this money from the 12 constituencies again to one organ. So it means that he has lost it at all. So Raila should go and retire, because now he doesn't get it right. Yeah, I think that one is okay.
But ukiongelea kuhusu youth movement pia sema.
Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, sure. Yeah, like we can talk about it. So
How many places you want?
first of all, when we had a meeting here with the young people of Western Kenya, the young leaders of Western Kenya, we tried to look at scenarios when we asked ourselves, who is ready and willing to unite the Western region at once as it is right now. We did our research, our survey, and we find that there is nobody ready to unite the way Masinde Muliro, the way did at one time and spoke with one voice, and the entire region was speaking one language. And it also happened at the time of Wamalwa and Gideon Wamalwa, and who did and spoke in one language and one voice, and he was be able to be heard all the way from Trans Nzoia, all the way to Busia Siopot, and all the way to Vihiga, all the way to Kakamega, and every part of Western Kenya, and the entire nation, Mlembe nation, and that is the moment they united. But then later on we came with the two brothers who have been unable to unite and give this region the direction that they ought to have. And that is why we have decided as the young people, because we have realized that as the Western region, there's totally no development at all. And despite the fact of many visits that our leaders, they have continued to visit to go to the State House, they totally come out with nothing. And that is why we have said that we have to move very fast and unite all the young people of this region so that we can speak in one language, so that as they come, because you remember Raila was saying that we have the swing vote and the blocked one. There's a name that we used. So he put this western region as a swing, whereby anyone can just come and enter. And that is why, because of that, those challenges, we have decided to unite our people, and the journey started. For the last 1 week, we have been moving all around. We started with moving in Kakamega County, where we visited various places, including Butere, Ikolomani, Wisero. We moved to town, to Kakamega, we moved to Sabatia. We have moved all the way to Busia, where we were in Nambale, we were in Butla, we were in Busia town, we were in Bumala, and in all those areas of Busia town, we were there. Then again, yesterday, we managed to be in places of Navaholo, we were in Malava, we were in Webuye, we were in Misiru, we were in Kimilili, we were in Chwele, we were in Webuye, we were in Bungoma, and we were also again in Matungu. And today we are visiting the Vihiga region with the one message of uniting the young people so that we may have one voice, so that we remain to be united, so that when we speak, we can speak with one language, because you have seen even our airport has told nothing is happening. We have seen our referral hospital has been taken somewhere else, and many other reasons as that has compelled us to unite together.
With the movement that you're coming up with, UPK, Salasya, and also now Natembea, you're being accused of being used by a section of Mount Kenya leaders. I don't know if that is true.
See, now, for me, it's very different, because now you see Peter Salasya is moving across the Western Kenya region. For Natembea, is protecting his region of Trans Nzoia, so I don't know about him. But what we want is that we are not being used by anyone else, because him himself is also trying to unite his people. So he doesn't have even the resources or to come and also concentrate this side. So for me now, I've taken up the responsibility, because I'm a young people, and I want to see the bright future of Western Kenya. And that is why we're just doing it willingly, with one heart, with one agenda.
Just one more. So far, how has been the reception of the rallies and the movement? And maybe would you consider in the future turning into a political party?
I think that's a very good question. Number one, the reception has been very amazing. And people were really waiting for this time in history. For the last 30 years in history, it has never happened. And for the first time, it is happening today across the counties, and with one message. We are trying to embrace even other people from other tribes, because we are a cosmopolitan region. So we are embracing and trying to tell them that we know we are within us. We have the Luyas, we have the Luos, we have the Kikuyus, we have the Kambas. We have to speak one language, because when the roads are bad for all of us. When the hospitals are bad for all of us. And when there is no electricity, it is for all of us. When there is no water, there is no water for all of us. When the economy is bad, it's bad for all of us. So it doesn't differentiate between that this is of this clan, or this is of what, but it will always punish us when we are in bad. And when you're in good times, we're always going to celebrate together. And that's why we are going to speak together, everyone. And this is going to be a message that's going to touch every person, so that we're going to make a decision. And maybe just what he has just said, you have heard what you go to Nyanza, it's very rare for you to find any political party from Western Kenya is having a leader from the other side. And that's why we're also telling them ODM is not one of us. ODM is not one of us. And not being one of us means that it doesn't address the issues that we want. It is addressing their own issues. of their region. You heard of Uhuru.Raila saying that they must now get their share of being in government. So they're also claiming, and yet when it comes to voting, they claim to be one of us. But when it comes to whatever, it is upon them. So that's why now we are going to say that ODM is personal and grantor in the Western Kenya region politics. Thank you.